Hey guys, welcome to another Let's Talk Rome Total War 2. So, in this episode, I want to talk about historical battles that would be in the game. So, I would actually like to see a remake of all the Rome 1 historical battles. I don't see why they couldn't do that. I think they're all pretty fun, but of course, I would like to see more added. So, some of the ones that I would like to see added, I know this is kind of out of the time period, but I think it would be really fun to see the Romans like kind of take over control of all of Italy, defeating the Etruscans and the Samnites. That'd be pretty fun in my opinion. I'm not quite sure like exactly what battles they did that in, but I'm sure Creative Assembly could do research and find out and make a historical battle to reconstruct them. So next, I would like to see more Punic War battles added, particularly the battles of Cannae and Zama. I was actually surprised that both of those were left out because they were the two most important battles in the Punic War. Of course, Cannae being the one where almost the entire Roman army was wiped out, and then Zama being the battle where Carthage ended up losing the Punic War, Second Punic War. So more Punic War battles, particularly those two, if they're not going to add any more than that. Uh, Another interesting thing that I think battle series of battles they could put in there would be Roman Civil War battles. There was a civil war after the death of Julius Caesar. They could add some Roman Civil War battles. So those would be fun. Another interesting period of history that I like is the Mithridates Wars in Pontus between the Romans and Pontus, of course, uh, involving Julius Caesar and Pompey, all those great Roman generals. And another battle I would like to see that involves Julius Caesar would be the Siege of Alesia. That was the final defeat of Vercingetorix. I guess that's how you say his name. I can't quite remember, but he was the Gallic guy who led a pretty successful rebellion for a while against the Romans in Gaul. That was the final place that he was defeated was Alesia. It was quite an interesting battle. I saw like some hour-long program on it on TV one time, so I would like to see that definitely. So if you haven't seen already, there was a trailer for the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. They based a trailer off that, so I'm guessing that's definitely going to be back. Like I said, I would like to see all the battles back, but based on that trailer, I was like really excited to be able to fight that historical battle. It looked really really fun, being able to ambush the Romans like that. Um, I mean, Rome 2 really looked amazing in that trailer, so cannot wait for that. Back to the topic though. Uh, Really, I've mentioned like only battles that involve Romans, so I'm not quite sure of any like other battles. I'm sure there's plenty though involving two non-Roman factions. Uh, During this time period though, out of my historical knowledge, most of it is based around Rome. So if you think of any battles, any more battles, whether involving Romans or not, please suggest them. I might look them up, see if they're interesting. See any other? I'm trying to think here if there's like any other really important battles. Definitely naval battles. I think they could have a couple of those. I'm not sure if there were really any big naval battles during this time period. I'm sure there were between Carthage and Rome at some point, but that's all I can really think of right now. So yeah, I guess that's it. But actually, I do want to talk about one more thing, and that is historical events in the Rome 2 campaign. So in the Rome 1 campaign, there were two historical events that I can think of. It was the Marius Reformation, and at some point in the game there was like a slave revolt, but it wasn't really like a true reflection of Spartacus's rebellion. So in Rome 2, I want to see like an actual Spartacus rebellion with a whole bunch of gladiators and all and peasants like appear in Italy and like be able to actually fight out the real Spartacus's rebellion. The Marius Reformation, I think, of course, they should add that back in, but I think it should have more effects on the Romans than just changing their military, because it did in real life. It really, really reformed the Roman army in a lot of ways, and it really helped them become one of the greatest empires of all time. So have the Marius Reformation back, but more make it more than just changing the units and making them slightly better. More historical events. This could, I don't know if this could work, but at some point, if Rome is at war with Carthage, like a Carthaginian army in Spain could appear, and of course you would have the opportunity to walk through France and through the Alps and reenact Hannibal. I don't know, maybe. Of course, there could be other things like what I just talked about. For the Gallic guy, Vercingetorix, I think his rebellion would be pretty fun to add into the game. I would like to see more historical generals. I would like to see guys such as Julius Caesar, Hannibal, of course, all the famous generals of the day. I think they should definitely appear in the game. I think that's what Shogun 2 did really well. They had a lot of the historical warlords from that actual time period, and I think that made it more fun for me because I would like recognize all these guys. I knew who they were, and I've read about them or done other things that I've learned about them. So it was a lot of fun for me to be able to use them in the Shogun 2 campaign. So just things to think about. Maybe I'm sure a lot of this won't actually happen in terms of the historical events in the campaign, because it'd be kind of hard to add, like just a random Carthaginian army. It could really screw up the gameplay, but who knows what they could do. But that's it. Please contribute your ideas if you have any more historical battles you would like to see, or if there are any historical events in the campaign that you would think would be cool to add. Of course, you may not want any historical events in the campaign, but that's fine too. But that's it for now. Uh, have a nice day.